You know that feeling when your spiritual life starts to feel like just a giant to-do list? Well, today we're diving into a really powerful message from Elder Ricardo P Giménez that kind of reframes everything. We're going to explore how we can find that deeper purpose, the real why behind everything we do as disciples. So let's just start with this simple but honestly pretty deep question. Just think about it for a second. In your faith, your service, all your daily efforts, why are you doing it? Elder Giménez suggests that the most powerful answer is also the simplest one. And there it is, right there. This is the foundation for our entire discussion today. It's not duty, it's not tradition, it's not just checking a box. It's a deep, personal love for Jesus Christ. And you know what? This one idea has the power to transform absolutely everything. Okay, so let's explore this. What does it actually mean to be motivated by this kind of love? How does it really change our perspective day to day? Elder Giménez points out something that I think we have all felt. When our prophet, President Nelson, invites us to study conference messages, it can sometimes feel like, oh great, another thing to add to my already packed schedule. We can get so focused on just getting the task done that we completely miss the whole point. So here's the crucial shift. The why is what happens when our love for the Savior becomes the engine, the fuel behind everything we do. It's that magic moment when an obligation, something we feel we have to do, transforms into a devotion, something we get to do simply because we love Him. And this brings us to a really important contrast that Elder Giménez lays out for us. The huge difference between a task-focused faith and a truly purpose-driven one. Now, what's so cool about this is how it reframes things we do all the time. On the left, you've got the what approach. And look, these are good things, right? But they're all about completion, finishing the chapter, doing the work. But now look at the right. The why approach takes the exact same actions and turns them into these incredible opportunities for connection. We're not just reading anymore, we're studying to feel Him. We're not just at the temple, we are worshiping to grow closer to God. See the difference? And this is the real danger of living only in that what column. When our good, righteous actions get disconnected from our love for the Savior, they can lose their spiritual power. They can become, just as Elder Giménez warns, empty traditions, just motions we go through. Okay, so how do we build that connection? How do we make sure our actions are always tied to our true purpose of coming closer to Christ? Well, this powerful statement from President Nelson is really the key. Every single prophetic invitation, every commandment, every program in the church, it's all designed to do one thing: lead us to Jesus Christ. He is the answer. He's the solution to every single problem. So we kind of have to rewire our thinking a little bit. The goal of studying a conference message isn't just to say, okay, done, I've studied it. The goal is to be able to ask ourselves, how did this message help me draw nearer to my Savior? That's the real measure of success. And this just illustrates our part in the process so perfectly. The Savior is always there. He's always inviting us. But He's not going to force His way in. We have to choose to open the door of our hearts. Every act of devotion, when it's done for the right why, is basically us turning that knob and letting Him in. And all of this builds to what is really the doctrinal cornerstone of the entire message. Jesus Christ is the source of everything we are truly seeking in this life. When our focus is squarely on Him, it's like everything else just falls into place. He becomes the reason behind our actions. He provides the very real power we need to change our hearts. He gives us the strength to keep our promises to God, the clarity to see through all the noise of the world, and He is the ultimate source of peace, direction, and truth. Now, Elder Giménez also gives a really important warning. You hear it a lot these days, right? Voices that suggest, hey, a personal relationship with Jesus is all you need. That organized church stuff, that's unnecessary. But he reminds us that the restored Church of Jesus Christ isn't just some social club. It's the way God Himself established for us to get the essential tools we need for our journey back to Him. It's through the church that we receive priesthood ordinances and make sacred covenants. And that is what forms a unique covenantal connection that truly binds us to God. Okay, so we've talked about the concept, and it makes sense. But how do we actually put it into practice? How do we make this shift for real in our own hearts and our own lives? Well, it's fundamentally an internal transformation. It's about consciously choosing to move from duty to devotion. It's about taking a simple family tradition and making it an intentional act of discipleship. It's about seeing every spiritual routine not as a chore, but as a tool to connect with Christ. So let's get super practical. Here are 5 simple things you can actually do this week to start making this shift. First, try studying just one conference message, but with the specific goal of understanding God's will. Second, when you pray, try starting with the phrase, "I am doing this because I love thee," and just see how that changes your prayer. Third, take a minute and actually write down your personal why. Fourth, share an insight about Christ with someone. And finally, pick one routine or tradition this week and be intentional about making it more focused on Him. And we're going to end with this powerful promise from Elder Giménez. When love for the Savior truly becomes your why, it changes everything. It's not just about doing good things anymore. It's about doing them for the right reason and in the right way. It's about getting them right. And that, right there, makes all the difference.